Hello, today I'm going to break the bead on this tyre. That's all today's video is going to be about. I've got two wheels. I'm going to try a couple of different ways. I have done a video on this in the past and I took it down because I thought somebody might hurt themselves. However, I've done tyres this way plenty of times and never hurt myself, so I deleted the other one. I can't put it back up, so I'll just show you this again. Two options, kind of three in a way, but I'll just, first thing, with a tyre key, let the air out of the tyre. Obviously you could press it with a screwdriver if you don't have a tyre key. Okay, before I do this, I want to say these tyres, even in a tyre shop, these wheels are a pain to take the tyres off. You kind of have to keep breaking it round, even on a tyre machine, because I know, because I've used the tyre machine where I used to work plenty of times on these, and they are a pain. So in that case it's going to still be a pain with this. But you've got two ways. It says a jack. I like because it's kind of got a bow tie shape, and that almost fits around the wheel, and then this just goes on the sill and you just crank it. The other option I've used is a regular jack and just put the wheel under it, but I like this one. A few reasons why I like this. One, it's effortless, so I'm just on the sill there, okay, like I'd be jacking up the car, but in this case I'm not jacking up the car. I've got a jack stand, a jack, the more the merrier for support. It's not going to fall off, it's in gear, the handbrake's on, so we just use this. Like I say, it can take a couple of times. Tyre valves are furthest away from this jack as I can get it. Here we go. Like I say, sometimes you've just got to do a little bit and work your way around and turn the wheel a bit. But yeah, that's the same if it's on a tyre machine. So it's not the best example of showing you popping in one go. That's not going to happen with these wheels, but with other wheels it will. So now we just rotate it a bit. But this one doesn't take any effort and it's quiet. The other way that I'm going to show may not be quite so quiet. So we'll just move that a little bit and do it again. Might get it this time. Yeah, that's it gone. And you heard it there, that's it gone. The rest of it you can do with your hand. So that's quick and easy, no effort. You're not breaking a sweat doing it. You let the tool do the work. Same again on the other side, as you probably guessed. Tyre valve furthest away from where I'm putting the jack, in case it's got a tyre pressure sensor. This one doesn't have, so it wouldn't matter. But it's a good practice just in case, so you don't break the valve. Cardboard or anything you've got to go underneath it, 'cause they're alloy wheels and I don't want to scratch it. So same idea now, exactly the same. Also the cardboard is quite low profile, so it doesn't really get in the way. So here we go. Again, I may have to do this a couple of times, but you get the idea. Yeah, that's going to slip there. I'll reposition it a bit. Just be careful, don't be in a rush to do it, a little bit at a time. You don't want the car to fall on you. It's unlikely to. It's unlikely to fall on you, but just to be sure, keep your fingers out the way. I notice I'm actually holding the wheel as if I'm holding it down. Probably should mention that. I'm doing it without thinking. Yeah. I think this is one that's going to need another position on it. Yeah, I'll keep turning it, eventually it'll go. But this is, obviously, if you are doing it yourself and you don't have a tyre machine, there is a way of doing it, and this is it. But like I say, most tyres don't take this long. Let's see if it'll go. Come on, you can do it. Maybe not, might have to turn it again, but you get the idea. I'll just work around a little bit at a time and eventually it'll go. I just spun the tyre around a little bit here. Try it again. So this time, I think it has. It's over the bead, but it's not. It's pushed it over the bead, but it's not popped. And I think this is the thing with this one, this wheel. It's just how it goes. It's over the bead. I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I could use a lever and work around it. I'll try it. Right, this one, I actually turned the tyre as you saw, and then got this under there, and I was gonna try it whilst the jack was still in, and I levered it and the tyre popped off. So I can't show you again, but it did pop off after moving it a couple of times in different places. The only reason I'm sweating is because it's so hot today, but it's not from actual doing any effort. It was just turning the jack handle. That's one way safe, I find, but that's up to you. You gotta use common sense and take care, take your time, don't be in any rush. And that's one way to safely do your tyre that I find that's cheap. This was in the back of the car, no parts needed. So that's option one. Option one. Okay. Right, here's my other option. That's not my preferred option because it takes more effort. But I'm going to use soapy water, and this time I'm going to spray this to break the bead, which I didn't do last time. Maybe it would have helped. Spray it up a bit. This is the other one. It's quite heavy, and it's just like a slide hammer, as you can see. So I find this one works better if you stand on it like that on the rim, and you just let it fall. But round a bit. This is why I don't like it. It takes a bit more effort. Oh, that got it. Actually, that was probably quicker. It's a bit noisier, but as you can see, it worked fine. Don't know whether it'll be better on the other side, because remember that was a pain. So now, it's not a great wheel, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna still spray it over. Maybe the soapy solution helped, but this was the worst one. One thing I did that I gotta say is when you do mount these tyres, make sure you have the inside and the outside the right way. I don't know if I said that. It's maybe not the right time to say it, because I have done a video on doing tyres, but if I didn't say it in that one. So again, I think this was made by Vivor. Maybe other people do it as well. As you can see, it's rusty, but okay, let's try this side. Yeah, it's going. This is actually easier than the jack. That's actually now going to be my new preferred way. It takes a bit of effort to put one in there. It takes a little bit of effort, but probably not much more than winding the little jack handle on the scissor jack. So I think this is going to be my preferred way, and also if you're a DIYer, it doesn't take up much room. You lean it in the corner of a room, a cupboard, if you don't have a garage or something. So that's option two, my new preferred way actually. It worked better than the other way. It's probably safer, which is one big importance to why when I did this video the first time I took it down. What if somebody hurt themselves? I think if you're careful enough, I've done plenty and I've always been okay. Scissor jack idea works, not really much effort in it. That one, well, that works so much better that's going to be my new preferred way. I've had it a while and left it in a shed, and it was a wooden shed and everything got rusty. I've moved them to a different place now, but it still works. No batteries required. I just wonder you don't have to plug it in. It's not like the big Tyre Harbor Freight or the Amazon ones that you bolt to the floor, usually red things that I've had in the past and sold it, and you put the wheel on, you can bolt it to the floor and break the bead with them as well. Trouble with that is the bigger, the heavier, and do you have space to store it? Whereas that thing and a few tyre irons or tyre levers, tyre spoons, whatever you want to call them, they don't take up any room, really, not much, compared to the other thing that you need to bolt down. So hopefully that has been helpful on how to break the tyre bead My preferred way is with that bead breaker. Thanks for watching.